It's Game 80 of the 2023 Banana Ball World Tour, loved by our good friends over at Zappos. The Savannah Bananas are 44-30 overall, 33-27-2 against their arch rivals, who they have dropped 2 straight games to, but just need 1 win over the future 7 matchups here to clinch the season series, as they currently lead by 6 games with 7 still on the docket. Party Animals are red hot, trying to reclaim their early tour dominance. It's been all nanners since the start of June, and now we get our first game here in our final month of the tour. We kick off September with a little Friday night fun. Let's take a look at how the Nanners align defensively tonight as they try and close out their arch rivals once and for all. From left to right in the outfield, it is Michael Deeb, D.R. Meadows, and Danny Hosley. Third to first in the infield has Jackson Olsen, Ryan Cox, Dalton Malden, and Eric Jones Jr. Bill Leroy is behind the dish, and Jared Donaldson is on the bump from the get-go.
And this is a very solid defensive alignment behind Donnie. Get Dalton Malden back in there at second base as EJ goes back to first. You see Jackson Olsen at the hot corner. He's got 3 straight games with the trick play for the Bananas, and it is D.R. Meadows who tied his monthly high in August. He had 8 trick plays, so we may see if DR can get on another hot streak to start September behind our guy on the mound.
Let's zoom in on that man who is successful in his 2 trick play attempts on the tour. The Peach Belt Conference Pitcher of the Year in 2022. The 5-year man out of Georgia Southwestern has gotten better and better each month of this tour. And when you go back to June 1st, in his most recent 12 starts, 61 2/3 innings pitched, a 4.09 ERA, which is incredible for Banana Ball. That is a 78 ERA minus, 5th best on the tour, and just 1% off of Ryan Kellogg, who is 4th best.
And he was the ace of the Banana staff in the month of August. Opponents were batting just above the Mendoza line against him. 207 in the month, and Donnie had a 1-0 record, a 3.57 earned run average. The first month where he posted an earned run average below 4. And that was across 4 starts for him, only 4 sprints allowed and 18 strikeouts. Really, it was a matter of getting a little more run support. He had 6 points earned, 5 points lost, but a 4-minute and 20-second average minutes per inning mark. Fantastic for Donnie.
Let's get a quick glimpse at the Party Animals lineup that opposes Donaldson. In the first inning, he has to face Hampton, Cornett, and Thomas. We're sure of that. Behind them, it is Skoll, Bloomer, Lytle, Swan, Vivacis, Baber, and Acuff to round out the powerful lineup. Let's toss it down to Jesse Cole. We're about to roll here.
Banana Nation, it's time. On 3, I need everyone here to yell, start the clock. 1, 2, 3. Showtime.
Showtime indeed, Jesse. Vincent Chapman is our home plate umpire. Justin Whitten down the first baseline. Chris Walker down the third baseline. And Reese Hampton saunters up to the dish, leading the tour in batting average, on base percentage, and slugging. The slash line, 379, 443, 633. All video game numbers. Former Detroit Tigers and Arizona Diamondbacks minor leaguer is ahead of ball and no strikes. Donaldson, of course, a splitter specialist. That is 121 strikeouts in 99 1/3 innings last year, en route to being a D2 All-American and the Southeast Region Pitcher of the Year, primarily with his splitter. There it is right there, just misses down and in. 2-1 count on the Animal center fielder. Donaldson also adds a 4-seam fastball and slider, and just like last night's ball game, we begin with a Reese Lightning base knock.
Well, this is a man who is batting .473 in the first inning for the Party Animals on the season. And Reese Hampton was kind of due. He's hit Donnie well all season. Last game was the first time Reese was hitless against Jared Donaldson on the tour.
Didn't take him long to get back to his devastating offensive ways. He's also the Party Animals leader in stolen bases. 22 bags swiped and 27 tries, and now Dalton Cornett, just like Hampton on first in his second World Tour. DC3, the extra hitter, hitting .332. .395 on base percentage, slugging .498, so he is just a couple points off of the vaunted .345 slash line. Fastball right at 90 according to TrackMan, misses below the knees. Back-to-back 2-1 counts here for the Animals. Hampton with a modest lead, and Cornett got a heater, fouls it straight back.
And this feels like a situation where a 2-2 count, Donnie's still with the ball to play with here against DC3. Get the feeling the splitter is going to be the pitch here for Donnie.
One shanked out to shallow left, deep, charging in, will snag it. Hampton retreating to first, draws a throw from Vitamin D, but well late. And a big first out for Jared Donaldson. Last night against Cowboy Kyle, we saw the Animals get single, ball four sprint, infield single to push a run across. So Donnie already with the better beginning than the Nanners ace, and now faces off against Tanner Thomas, the 2018 and 19 Banana, in his second tour as a party animal, who's ahead 1 ball and no strikes.
And I would say that's the Bananas knowing the scouting report a little bit on Dalton Cornett, a guy who can go to the opposite field very well and who has looped quite a few hits into left field. You saw Michael D playing a little shallow there with 2 strikes, and it was the right place for him to line up there to make that catch.
Still no action from Hampton. 2-0 count on Mr. Tinder Thomas, who is 1 ribeye behind Jake Skoll and Bryson Bloomer for the tour lead. They each have 52. Of course, you could do the math at home. Tanner has 51. Eric Jones Jr. trying to catch them. He has 49 to lead the Bananas. 4th most on the tour overall. Hampton picked off! An absolute dead duck at first. Donaldson caught him guessing. That's an enormous second out.
Yeah, you saw a little bit of a big lead there for Reese Hampton, and Donnie had a very quick step. Reese just was caught kind of napping there at first base. What a nice pickoff for Jared Donaldson there, and now the man on base erased, and Donnie 1 strike away from getting out of the inning now.
2-2 coming to a man who started his collegiate career at Tallahassee Community College. That was during his Bananas years, and then after leaving Banana Land, spent 3 years at Virginia Tech up in Blacksburg, Virginia. Tanner, born in Memphis, Tennessee, moved to Fleming Island, Florida, about 3 years old. That's where he truly calls home. And battling here, back-to-back foul balls, still a 2-2 count.
And Tanner can be a very pesky hitter. We talked about it on last night's broadcast, a man who has dramatically cut down on his strikeout rate. And a big part is just seeing more pitches at the plate until he gets one that he likes, as he's going to swing at the 7th pitch of this offering from Jared Donaldson and ground out to Dalton Malden. That ends a 4-minute and 27-second inning for Jared Donaldson.
The songbird of our generation nabs his 36th trick play in 38 attempts as he brings that one between his legs to retire his road roommate here on the tour. It's back-to-back tours with Tanner and Dalton living together, and we get a little pick your parent. Jesse Cole, what's going on?
Which one Marin picks, but there is one kicker. Whoever she picks, the other one's got to get pied in the face. All right, so Marin, hold my hand. All right, mommy, daddy, go all the way to home plate. All right, and now as the mom and dad make their way to home plate, I want to hear you guys think, who's she got to pick, the mom or the dad? What about, do we think she's going to pick the dad? Let me hear you. Or if we think she's got to pick the mom, let me hear you. All right, Marin, go to your parents. There you go. Who you going to go to? All right, here she goes. Root her on. Here she goes. And she sees herself, and she's posing. But there's mom and dad. Who are you going to go to? Who's calling her? Here we go. Is it mom? Is it dad? Wait, she could be going too. She chose the dad!
Well, you never saw that coming. He was not the odds-are favorite, but he ends up the winner. That means mom gets a pie to the face. Of course, we got to get the big moment here. Yep, and Marin and Dad do the job. All right, let's take a quick look at the Party Animals defensively. It is Skull, Hampton, and Thomas in the outfield. Bloomer, Acuff, Baber, and Swan from left to right in the infield. Vivacious behind the dish, and Fluke, his partner in crime, on the bump.
Yeah, and we saw 8 trick plays from the Party Animals last night. Reese Hampton, the lone outfielder, to get in on that action. You saw Acuff, Bloomer, Baber all record trick plays, and for Baber, 4 trick plays, and now he would need to average 3 the rest of the tour to get to that 100 mark with Ryan Cox.
Sean Fluke has been superb in his starts. You get a look at his season totals, but across his 11 times that he got the ball from the jump, 47 and 2/3 innings pitched, a 3.40 ERA as he gets strike one here to DR Meadows. His stats as a starter amount to a 63 ERA minus, which is 3rd best on the tour. He's only behind Danny Hosley and Drew Gillespie, who we will have in the booth after this half inning.
And opponents are batting .292 against Sean Fluke on the season for a while. He had the lowest opponent's batting average among any Party Animal starter, but now it's the 2nd lowest after the Bananas batted .391 against him this past month in August.
That one tapped to third. Bryson Bloomer goes between his legs, gets the speedy doctor over at first base. Now 34 trick plays and 40 attempts for the Boomer, and 1 out for a pigtail Sean Fluke. He gets the Nanners leader in batting average and on base percentage out of the way, and now stares down Michael Vitamin Deeb, former Chicago White Sox minor leaguer. Squibs that one towards center, and it's going to dunk in front of Reese Hampton. Chris Walker right there to make the call that it was scooped on the sliding attempt, and a bloop single for Deeb.
Yeah, and now Michael Deeb with hits in 11 of his last 14 games for the Bananas, and he's also reached base safely in 10 of his last 11, so continues to do some productive work at the top of this order as Malachi Mitchell will come in and pinch run for Deeb.
Got another look at it there. Party Animals wise not to challenge. Each team gets a challenge here in Banana Ball ever since the fracas that ended Tulsa way back at the end of May. But if they use their challenge and are wrong, they lose it. If they're right, they get to keep it. There goes Malachi, and that one's a hot shot through the left side of the infield. Flash the Kid stays put at second. And Dan Oberst with a base knock. The inning-winning run pushed into scoring position. Oberst and Meadows battling back and forth for the Bananas batting title. Dan comes in 4 points below DR. 355 compared to 359. And now Eric Jones Jr., the team leader in ribeyes, the only man to drive in a run yesterday. Front door 12-6 curveball came in at 67 miles an hour from the Exterminator. That according to TrackMan, of course. And he follows it up with a fastball. Count 1-1.
And that's what you're going to get with Sean Fluke. A lot of breaking balls, and he's not afraid to throw them first pitch to the Bananas either. And then a lot of the times you'll see him go back to the fastball, and I'll tell you, such a mix in velos can be really tough for opponents as Fluke goes back to a breaker at 73 miles an hour, fouled off by Jones.
That was the slider there. Greg Sharon with 10 gift memberships in the chat. That is awful kind of you. Appreciate the generosity. See if it can power the Nanners to an inning winner here. They have not led in points since last Friday night in Des Moines. 2 straight games where the Party Animals have never trailed. One chopped foul, and we'll do another 2-2 offering. Alongside the fastball, 12-6 curve and slider, Luke employs a changeup, and he will throw it to righties. Cut and a miss. 12-6 curveball was never close to the plate. That's a big second out for the self-proclaimed strikeout king who has his first of the night.
Yeah, really great pitch from Sean Fluke going outside there to Eric Jones Jr. And we've seen Brett Helton, who's been able to cut up EJ a couple of times with a similar pitch, again on the outside corner. Party Animals continue to attack that part of the plate and find success against EJ, who's now on a streak of 4 straight games without a base knock for the Bananas.
There are a multitude of reasons why Sean Fluke is so much fun to watch. Every battle he has with Jackson Olsen pretty high on the list. He imitates the greatest showman walk up, steals a strike, and is ahead of the grade 8. 0-1. Jackson's having a superb tour, hitting .326, slugging .500. Both those numbers rank 5th best on the tour. It's pretty astounding stuff for the guy who spent 4 years at the University of Hartford and finished his collegiate career 2 springs ago at Stetson University.
And you saw very much of the same stuff in the month of August for Olsen, coming back from injury, a .333 batting average and .519 slugging. You saw 2 doubles and a home run for Jackson, and that's come in that's come across his last 6 games.
A lot of power in our TikTok superstar. 4th pitch of the at-bat is the first ball. And Fluke still ahead 1-2. Flash the Kid, the pinch runner. The potential inning-winning run leading off of second. Dan Oberst leads off first. Cut and a miss. Nasty 12-6 curve. And Mike Vivacis will roll it down to first between the legs for Jason Swan. First trick play on the tour for Vava as Swanee grabs his 6th. The Exterminator gets 2 big Ks and strands a pair on base. Let's check out why Drew Gillespie was the showman of the night an evening ago.
Well, we said it was pretty obvious why Brett Helton had won the showman the night before. Drew Gillespie gets the Showman Award for a complete game, the 2nd straight for the Party Animals. And we're going to pick it up actually here in the 5th, where we've got a consecutive outs counter here for Gillespie. He has set down the first 2 guys, now Ryan Cox, and it is Bloomer who's going to make the out to get out of the 5th. Here in the 6th, he's going to set down the leadoff batter, and now facing Danny Hosley, a liner out to center field, and Reese has got it. And Alex Ziegler with the big bat will ground out. Sam Claycamp has a little trouble with it. And nice bare hand by Drew Gillespie, still going strong out here into the 7th. It is DR Meadows, the 7th straight out. And Gillespie getting in on a little 7-2-2 action. You see Baber, Hampton, Acuff all taking it around town with Gillespie. And Michael Deeb sends a little chopper up on the first base side. Claycamp waiting to apply the tag on Deeb, and you know what? He's just going to flip it over the head. Gillespie steps on the bag. 8 straight outs, and how about this? Hampton goes under the legs to get Dan Oberst, and into the 8th. EJ going down. D-Matt going down quickly with a beautiful trick play from Chase Acuff. And Bill Leroy's coming up. We've got a chance at an MPI record. And this one, is it caught by Skull? They say it is. 52 seconds, a new record. But unfortunately, when we went to replay review, it would be overturned. Bill would reach with the single. But next batter, it's Cox who would go down. And in the 9th, Noah Bridges up at the plate. Baber will go between the legs and finish off the 2nd straight complete game in 9 innings for the Party Animals. We've got Drew Gillespie up here in the booth. Drew, congratulations on the complete game and the showman, man.
Hey, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. It was a fun night last night.
Yeah, and I have to start with the 7-2-2 because you're throwing an absolute gem. It's your 15th appearance on the tour, but your first start, and all of a sudden, you're in your 7th inning, and you got to break out a little 7-2-2 action. What's going on in your head?
Yeah, Vava gave me a call early yesterday morning. He said, hey, man, you're going to go ahead and start. I said, all right, sounds good. Got to the field, thought I was only going to throw 5, so I didn't have anything to worry about when it came to dancing, but I kept going. They're like, hey, you got to learn this dance, and, you know, let it happen, and turned out pretty good, Pico. I thought so.
Well, yes, I completely concur, man. It was a doozy of a performance, both with the pitching and with the boogieing. 2-0 count now on your cleanup hitter, Jake Skull. It's going to be 4-5-6, B for the order for the Party Animals in a scoreless game, 1 inning in the books. Donaldson back out on the mound and has evened the count up at 2-2. Skull, the former first-round draft pick by the Texas Rangers back in 2010. 7 years of minor league experience. And from a 2-0 count, Donaldson, good morning, good afternoon, good night. And Skull has been struck out. First K of the evening for Donnie. Now it'll be Bryson Bloomer, a man tied with Skoll atop the RBI leaderboard here, 52 stakes apiece. The Boomer having a terrific first tour, hitting .321, a .399 on base percentage, slugging .489. And very important to keep track of the watermelon down on the field. I saw this happen in your locker room earlier in the year where Delano was seeing how many rubber bands it was going to take to snap a watermelon in half. Were you involved in that little shenanigan?
Oh, yeah, I got hit by the watermelon. It's a fan favorite, though. You know, it's a favorite of ours as well. You know, it's surprising how many rubber bands it takes. It really is. We got some heavy-duty ones down there tonight, so we'll see what happens with that.
Was it at least a fresh watermelon? Did it taste good?
So, a little insight. He got a watermelon, and we started playing hot potato with it. And one of the starters tonight dropped it and broke it in half. So, Delano had to make another run to the store and get another one as Bloomer gets hit right there.
Bloomer has been hit for his tour-leading 12th time.
Ooh, this is a good one.
Certified banana ball magnet, and now we'll get a little yellow carpet action coming down the first baseline.
Yellow carpet, I like what you did there. It's good.
Tanner Thomas was the first man to have a yellow carpet walk-up. That was in Kansas City last year in the first ever Challenger Series, and he literally had a yellow carpet. The Boomers OBP will be back in the 400s. Second party animal to reach. Reese Hampton singled to start the ball game and then was picked off. And now Joe Lytle with a 2-0 count on him, the Animals' designated hitter. Hitting .314 to .389 on base percentage. His .447 slugging percentage puts him just outside of the top 10. Donnie,
what's up, chat? How y'all doing?
Time up with a fastball. Yeah, the chat is fired up to have a little Drew Gillespie action in the booth, as they should be.
Yeah, it's good to be here, Biko.
Continue to keep a close eye on that watermelon down there. Do you have any idea how many rubber bands it took last time?
I think it was around 460.
What?
So he usually goes he goes by 5 for the first 300, and then he'll start going by 2. He's got a process to it. It's fun to watch.
2-2 is fouled off. Lytle leaves the zone, but is still alive. And I'm sure the first one was on Delano's TikTok Live, and this one as well is most likely on the live.
Most likely.
This guy's an animal.
Splitter.
Just misses the bottom of the zone. Payoff pitch coming. Bloomer's got great speed. We'll see if he takes off. He does. 3-2 is high. It's going to be a sprint. And Coxie tries to go behind his back. It doesn't get to Dalton Malden, so it's around the outfield.
That's a run for us.
Still have 3 infielders who need to touch it. And Dalton Malden, the 7th and final fielder behind Donaldson and Leroy, who needed to grab that ball. So Bloomer has sole possession. Check that. He just scored. Lytle grabs his 42nd ribeye on the tour as Bloomer scores for the 58th time. And it is patented first run celebration o'clock.
And it's good heads-up banana ball by Bryson Bloomer and Joe Lytle. You already were benefiting the party animals from having Bloomer off on that pitch from Jared Donaldson. But with Lytle seeing the ball get away from Dalton Malden early on that sprint defense try from the Bananas, he knew he had a great chance to get in at third, and it was Jared Donaldson who had to refigure himself and head over to the third base bag to try and cover there as Lytle was digging for 3.
Now Jason Swan will swing it. 2 hits and a sprint last night. Back-to-back multi-hit games for Swanee. Bananas bring the infield in. And Donaldson steals a strike with a front door slider. Joe Lytle has to be pretty high up on the list as far as athleticism in catchers that you've had in your career.
Wait, yeah.
He can
Gotta be top 2.
Top 2?
Top 2. He called a great game last night, too. Plus his athleticism, so.
And Swanee stays red hot. Grabs his 41st ribeye on the tour.
Guy is
Party
hot.
Animals with a 2 spot.
He's been swinging it well.
It's over 300 with runners in scoring position. Now he is aboard. Swiped a bag last night, 13 for 14 in his stolen base attempts on the tour. And our donut hitter comes up to the dish. It's your head coach, Mike Vivacis, Sean Fluke's personal catcher.
It's good to see that both of them went with the braids today.
Yeah.
You know, they stay on the same page. It's impressive.
I didn't notice that Baba was in it.
Yep.
Now, do you have the inside scoop on what led Baba and Fluke to embark on this journey with their hair?
I think it was the long bus trip where Fluke got bored and braided his hair. I think that's what kind of sparked it.
And it's going to be a 5-4 fielder's choice. Olsen to Malden. A toss from Dalton over to first. Not close to getting Baba.
I've been telling Fluke he looks like Wendy, but
Yeah, I see it.
he hasn't appreciated that too much, but it's all right.
I had a feeling you would say that.
Yeah. Always good to get a little jab in on your friend, you know?
And Fluke loves to laugh. He's got a good sense of humor. The 1 count on Dustin Baber now.
Well, good to see Ledbetter out there running today.
Oh!
Oh, that's not good.
Pinch running for Vava, and
Oh.
Donnie has hit his second party animal on the inning. Very similar pitch, the one that he got Bloomer on.
We got a foul ball right here.
Looks like they're going to say that was off the knob of the bat. Baber says he's okay. Gets a little rouse from the crowd.
That is good crowd work by Dustin Baber.
See if we can get it again. Oh, yeah. Clean connection with the knob. And that one just misses the low outside corner. Donaldson was leaving the field.
I did that on accident last night.
Good reason. It's a good-looking pitch, buddy.
You know, from the pitcher's mound, they all look good, so.
That's a fact. Baber able to spoil that one. 1-2 count as Ledbetter, the pinch runner for Mike Vivacis, with a healthy lead off of first.
He's getting there with the rubber bands over there.
He's using the industrial size rubber bands. He is not joking around this time.
Deuce is wild. 2 runs already home. And it's a full count on Dustin Baber. That will loose Ledbetter from first.
Never seen him run. This will be a fun opportunity for me.
Payoff pitch. There goes Colin.
Oh,
Home run in a cricket stadium.
yes, sir. I got to go to a cricket match.
When you were pitching for the Sydney Blue Sox.
Yes, it was awesome. I went to one of the 5-day ones, so I went day 1. Yeah, they have 3 different versions. 2020, which is similar to baseball, 1 day and 5 day.
It's really something else. Donaldson eventually does get the K, so at least in Donnie's mind, ball doesn't lie. Second punch out of the inning and the night. But the party animals use a hit batter, a sprint, and a single to push a run across. Check that, 2 runs across. And the Nanners will need 2 runs to tie the inning, 3 runs to win it, as Garrett Delano trying to listen in. He's become the watermelon whisperer. And he continues his quest here. So Drew, can you walk me through the complete game? Because you get 5 strikeouts, you only allow 1 sprint, you limited the hits as well, and it seemed like inducing a lot of soft contact. You saw at the end, you were ground balling the Nanners to death.
Yeah, the goal when I went out there was just limit the walks, you know, pitch as long as I could. Got out there, started feeling really good with the fastball early. And then, you know, changeup started landing, cutters started cutting, curveball started curving, and then before you knew it, I was dancing in the 7th inning. And then once I got to the 8th inning, I've gotten to some late innings of games starting. And it was always the 8th inning that gave me trouble. So once I got past the 8th, I told Vava to sit down, and I would finish it off. So it ended up good. It was a good win for us, keeps us in the hunt, so it was fun.
So that is an interesting question I was going to ask, is if it took any convincing for you with Mike Vivacis to remain in that game and go the distance.
After the 6th, he came up to me after every half inning that I pitched, and I kind of looked at him like, come on, dude, don't come talk to me. I had a good little routine going where I'd get some AC in the locker room, come back, grab some Reginade, and then, you know, go back to work. I was lucky enough to get some early contact with those cutters, which helped me stay late in the game and only go 99 pitches. So I don't feel too bad today.
So naturally, Reginald Horton deserves a little bit of credit.
Oh, you gotta shout out Reggie, the man.
That makes sense. It's going to be 6, 7, 8 for the Nanners, who need 2 runs to tie the inning, 3 to win it. It starts with Dakota McFadden, Bill Leroy on deck, Ryan Cox in the hole.
Reg and I have a CC's date in the works here soon. It's going to be a big day for me.
I got to get in on that. I've never had CC's in my life.
Really?
Wow. Reggie loves it.
Dessert pizza?
It is unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
That was part of my childhood.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
We went to a buffet as a kid, but it was called man, I don't remember. Furs buffet with Grandma all the time.
Ellen Albuquerque?
Yes, sir.
If I ever make it there, Furs will be on the docket.
Oh, well, no, I'll take you some better restaurants than a buffet, Pico. I got you, bro.
D-Mac works a sprint, which is an important one because the Nanners were in the business of base runners, and now Bill Leroy, who has 1 home run on the tour, could tie this inning in one fell swoop. And the watermelon getting closer and closer to an implosion.
Drew, you're the one who brought up 97 pitches for your complete game, of course. In baseball and banana ball, that's considered a Maddox, being able to throw complete games in less than 100 pitches. Is that your first ever Maddox in your career?
Oh, yeah. I've only had 2 complete games in my career. The last one was at Southeastern. Gave up a leadoff homer in that one and then went the distance. That was pretty cool. We won 2-1. But I think I was like 120 in that game. I got a chance to meet Greg Maddox my junior year. He was coaching for UNLV because his son was on the team. And I asked him what his best pitch was. And he said, son, the one that gets the hitter out.
Bloomer flips it to second for one. Favor between the legs. He didn't have a chance either way at Leroy hustling down the line. So the Party Animals will settle for the lead runner being taken off the bags.
It's another very athletic catcher. I don't think there's much Bill can't do.
That's a fact. Especially when you see him out there taking ground balls at shortstop, third, and second.
Yeah, he had a long fly out last night. And when he was running back to the dugout, I said, Billy, I'll give you singles. No doubles, though, buddy. And then he got me back, so.
Well, funny enough, his 5th and final year at University of North Georgia as, oh, my goodness! Reese!
Yeah!
He backflips, makes the catch, lands the flip. Are you kidding me?
That is unreal. If you blinked, you might have missed greatness from Reese Hampton, taking a page out of the book from D.R. Meadows and nailing the landing. What a play from Reese.
Come on. I saw him do it in BP today. I was wondering if he'd pull it out.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, clean landing, too.
10 out of 10 from the judges. Hampton, welcome to the backflip game. We've gotten about 35 from D.R. Meadows, and now 1 from Cooper Morgan of the Aussie Drop Bears, and 1 from Reese Hampton. Bender misses the outside corner. 1-0 on Danny Hosley, the tour leader in walk-offs, comes in hitting .275, a .383 on base percentage, slugging .475. Danny do it all. Gets that one up the middle, and he's got a base knock. The inning tying run now is at first, and the potential inning winning run is the songbird of our generation, Dalton Malden. That was the Banana Ball gods gifting Danny a base hit. He had a couple of line outs and a hard ground out on him last night.
Yeah, Danny's a really good hitter, you know, but hard contact right at someone is usually an out. So it worked out in my favor. Never a fun time to face Danny, though.
A 1 count on Malden, who is in his 2nd tour with the Nanners. Drew, what's going on with the duck in your dugout?
I'm not sure. I did take a great selfie with it, though. It will be on my Instagram later. But I heard we were having a duck in our dugout. As you could tell, nobody complained. And we've made a few TikToks with it now, and part of the Party Animals. Duck out. Oh, wow. Well played over there.
Chad Reese, our coordinating producer, the voice of God, gives us the duck out.
way over our heads over here, Bika.
Correct.
What are we doing?
Really good stuff, Chad. Tanner Thomas will grab that one. And the Party Animals, for the third straight game, grab the first point available. They're up 1-0 with 2 innings in the books.
Good.
Take another look at the Reese Hampton backflip trick play. An absolute doozy for his 15th on the tour. And what a clean landing. I can't get over that.
He's one of those teammates. It's just fun to watch him do everything.
Couldn't agree more. Looks like the Party Animals getting in on some cake action in the ABR Stadium Club area. And we will toss it down to Maceo Harrison with Nanners and Party Animals alike as they will dance us into the third inning. Animals up a point. Insane job, as per usual, for Maceo Harrison and the boys. For the Nanners, it was Zach Phillips, Vinny DeRubius, Alex Ziegler, and Malachi Mitchell. For the Party Animals, Jake Lealios, Tucker Perry, and Colin Ledbetter, who goes back to coaching first base and has already pinch run once tonight. I'm guessing he is your designated automatic runner this evening, Mr. Gillespie?
Yes. We had some deliberation in the locker room earlier. I really wasn't in the talks. I was not taking off the Vans today. But
Were you looking to be in the discussion at all?
in a normal day, yeah, for sure. But I was never known for my speed. I like to say I have a quick couple first steps, and that's about it.
That's okay. Burst speed is really the most important speed you can have in baseball.
I agree.
Chase Acuff able to foul that off. He's got a 1-2 count on him. Bottom of the order trying to feed the top for the Party Animals, who lead by 1 in the all-important points category. 2-0 win of the second inning. Acuff, the 10-hitter. Hampton and Cornette at the top, due up after him.
No fastball up here. Nope.
With the splitter, and it's fouled off. Look out. Dakota Burns said our third base camera woman has already gotten dinged by a handful of foul balls on this tour. She avoided that one.
It's a dangerous spot over there.
It is. No barricade or anything. You just out in the open.
Yeah, I respect him for it. Ooh, sneak one in. That a boy, Acuff.
One finds the 6-hole. And the Party Animals notch their third hit of the ball game. They've had 1 in every inning. Acuff sets the table for the top. Reese Hampton led off our affair tonight with a single hit hard into right. You know, it's funny, Drew, because obviously you follow up Brett Helton, who had the 9-inning complete game shutout Saturday night in Des Moines. And Vavan Claycamp told me you were the man who was hot and would have come in to relieve him if he didn't go all 9.
Yeah, I was ready in the bullpen, ready to roll. You know, watching Brett that game, you know, I knew I wasn't coming in the game. But it's better luck to be down there and ready. So I had some fun just working on my new ethos.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that. I'm also fascinated by this line dance.
Yeah, this is really good.
Donnie, Dalton, Cox, and DR just broke out for us as the fastball misses up.
Those are some good line dances. in that row right there.
Now, have you gotten into it? Have you been down to saddlebags? You doing it?
Yes, I have. Yeah, I've been trying to learn. You know, it's a little intimidating going with some of these guys, especially DC3. Guy can dance lines around anybody. But they're willing to teach, so it makes it fun. You know, it's good to be around with the guys.
That one is news to me. I always thought Dustin Baber was the trick play man.
Sorry to interrupt, Josh.
No, you're good. I was looking on the field like, what happened? And it's a watermelon exploding. That's banana ball for you.
Saw it on the monitor. It blew my mind. 3-1 here to Reese Lightning.
Now the duck gets to eat that.
That's a nice treat.
Look at that.
Second sprint of the night that Donnie's given up. Hampton's digging for 2. Going to be close.
Safe.
Boy, that is that burning speed he's equipped with. Great sprint defense by the Nanners. And Reese digging out of the box as a 2-base sprint.
Yeah, and that's what we've seen is both the Bananas and the Party Animals who have been able to limit most runners to just 1 base now on the sprints. But it's the guys with that great speed, Reese Hampton, Noah Bridges, DR Meadows, and Jake Skull, who are most likely to be able to stretch those sprints into 2 bases, especially the way that the sprint defenses have improved over the course of this tour.
Nanners bring the corners in. Dalton Malden at the edge of the infield. Ryan Cox playing halfway at short. Dalton Cornett flew out to left his first time. Doesn't bite on the splitter. Excellent stop by Bill Leroy. We'll have to get the word from the dugout after the ball game how many rubber bands it took this time. As a man who...
I'll shoot you a text when I get back down there.
Appreciate that, Drew.
You want to take any guesses? Should we take some guesses?
Ooh, I love a wager. That hot shot up the middle. Acuff scores easily from third. Clay Camp giving Hampton the wave around. He'll touch home safely as well. Back-to-back 2-run innings for the Party Animals. As Cornett has a pair of steaks. He's up to 42 ribeyes on the tour. And how about this celebration from your teammate?
This is a good one. I like this one. Man, I love this song in high school.
Make you feel awful mighty.
Yeah. Listening to it on the way to Friday night high school football.
Shout out Macklemore.
No doubt.
Hits.
He does. He does have some hits. Then he got out of there. Doesn't do much anymore in the music industry.
It looks like Tanner Thomas is going to be the lucky man who gets to walk up to home plate with the duck in his hands. And the duck does not seem very happy about it. And okay, what is going on?
Nice. Is that like a taught trick? Can you teach a duck tricks?
I think we just saw a duck trick.
Nice. Put them in the books, Biko. Put them in the books.
I don't think Tanner can believe what's happened. He's trying not to laugh coming into the box.
Cornett leads off first. That one just misses the inside corner. Donnie wanted the call. Mr. Tinder Thomas grounded out to second his first time. Skies that one in the infield. Jackson Olsen taking command of the situation. And he is out number 1 here in the third.
You know, I've been watching a lot of National Geographic films and things recently. Believe it or not, I watched one on ducks, swans, some of those fowl animals. They incubate their eggs for 35 to 41 days. And I don't know, just a random fact that came to my mind right now.
That's interesting.
Josh. Thank you. It's funny, as a man who spent a lot of my junior high life and all of high school living on a farm with ducks.
Good. Did you know that statistic?
No idea.
Wow. 7 weeks, huh?
I doubt my stepmom probably had that one in their back pocket, though.
All right, I guess that would be 5 weeks. 5 weeks, guys. Sorry.
That's okay. I mean, you're here playing
You don't
banana
have to
ball.
apologize to us.
Right.
You threw a complete game last night.
Well, man.
Yeah. You can make any kind of mathematical assumptions you desire.
Appreciate that, guys. All right.
We have a poll in the chat. Should Josh grow his mustache back after he shaves it? I would like to let you take the floor on that one, Drew.
See, my brother asks me this question about 2 or 3 times a year, and I always tell him to shave it, it'll grow back.
I thought you were saying that your brother 2 or 3 times a year asks if Josh should.
No. My brother,
That's a loyal broadcast viewer right there.
Yeah. No, if he should regrow it. So my answer is going to be the same. It's going to grow back.
That is a strike him out, throw him out, double play. Cornette taking off on the 3-2. Skull caught looking. And for the second straight inning, the Party Animals push 2 runs across. How about Jackson Olsen out on second base to give DC3 the tap on the Tookus. And complete the half-inning ending double play. So your answer to your brother and to Josh is you think it should be grown back?
Yeah.
Yes.
Always. Just grow it back. And if you get sick of it, shave it again. It's all right.
One more look at the watermelon
Oh, we got the explosion. Oh. How many are you thinking?
Okay.
Those are bigger rubber bands than we used last time. There's a little bit of the inside I have.
I think that one took 368 rubber bands.
Wow. I'm going to go 320.
I'm going to go 272.
I like that guess. Chad, what is the answer?
Wow. Good answer.
Woo.
Good answer.
That's awful.
And he stayed under.
285. The people actually didn't hear that.
285. Wow.
We heard it.
We heard it.
Correct. And reacted.
Whoops. Yeah.
That's okay.
It's on my second time up here. Third time, I won't make any mistakes.
There's our duck. That is like an Aflac duck lookalike.
He's a good-looking duck. I forgot his name. I feel bad about it.
Paul.
Okay, cool. Paul.
That is Paul
Yeah.
the duck.
That's a great name for
I
a
won't
duck.
forget that name to the end of my days.
I'll have to tag him on Instagram when I post my pic.
That's a fact.
Paul the duck.
Drew, thank you so much for being so gracious with your time, man. We want to let you get back with your teammates in case they have to implode another watermelon or you got to hang out with the duck. And, once again, congrats on the complete game last night. No earned runs across 9 innings, taking down the Nanners. An incredible feat, man.
Yeah, guys, thank you for having me. It was fun as always. Go Party Animals.
You're a superstar. There goes Drew Gillespie, last night's starting pitcher for the Party Animals. Sean Fluke trying to make it 3 straight 9-inning complete games for the Animals, which would be the first 3 in Banana Ball history. 2-1 count on DR Meadows. We're back at the top of the order for the Nanners, who need 2 runs to tie the inning, 3 runs to win it. And he cranks it on a hop. Chase Acuff between the legs, smooth as silk. Across the diamond. And a well-struck first out for Flukie here in the bottom of the 3rd.
And the Party Animals doing a great job in the trick play department so far. Already the 5th trick play for the Party Animals in this ball game. And that one was almost hit right between Chase Acuff's legs. Pretty easy for him to be able to record that trick play for him.
How about that, too? 5 trick plays from 5 different guys. Vasis, Swan, Baber, Acuff. Check that. Baber hasn't got in on the action. Acuff, Bloomer, and Hampton have all had their fun. And now Sean Fluke celebrating the putout here as Jason Swan grabs his 2nd trick play of the night. What a perfect time to welcome in Cowboy Kyle Lewiggs into the booth.
How you guys doing tonight?
Doing well, Kyle. It is so great to see your beautiful smiling face again.
I'm so happy to be here with you guys and share this moment. Biko, you were talking about trick plays. How about Reese Hampton flipping?
Love to see that.
Love to see it. It's almost like it's striking a little bit of a matchup or a versus on who can do the cooler bag flip.
Correct.
I'd like to see maybe like a what do they call it, full? The 360 back flip? I believe that's called a full.
A full or a fold?
Full. F-U-L-L.
Really?
I think so. You can fact check me on that, but I'm pretty sure I am correct.
I would never question your gymnastics knowledge. Jeez Louise. Dan Oberst just got a changeup that nearly hit him, but he fouls it off. Still a 2-2 count.
Yeah, I'm not sure how he did that.
And everybody lets their attention lie on Maceo Harrison. Excellent job by Sean Fluke saying, no, the game's got to pause. We have to watch the Danzig first base coach, as now the count is full on Mr. Oberst, who singled his first time. Front door bender just misses the corner. Fluke upset with the call from Vincent Chapman. Looked like a pretty good decision from up here, just a hair off the plate. And Oberst aboard for the second time tonight. He's got himself a 2-base sprint, and that means the tour leader in home runs. Erik Jones Jr. has a dozen of them. Represents the innings tying run. He struck out swinging his first time.
Now, I don't think it's going to happen this inning, Biko, but I do have to let you know that if Malachi runs again before Jackson comes up, I am going to have to ditch the booth again and, you know, go for my tour leading third run scored by pitchers.
Correct.
I don't have Crocs on tonight, but I do have my Nike skateboarding shoes. I don't know how good the traction is on it, but we'll test it out. Maybe, you know, I'll get a couple stolen bags.
How many kick flips have you done in your life with those shoes?
Absolutely zero. I'm very challenged when it comes to the skateboard skills.
Look out! Dakota Bernstein almost just got tattooed by another foul ball. She was stoic as ever.
And if I can speak statistically on this matter, it would have been the second time that an Erik Jones Jr. foul ball has struck Dakota.
Wow. Where do you put all this information?
That data is actually located in our control room.
Okay, because I was going to say, your head isn't like that above average sized. Has nothing to do with your intelligence. I just don't know where you're putting all this data.
I would say Josh has a perfectly average size head.
I love the shape of your head.
Couldn't agree more. Dan's going to score from second. EJ does not push the Party Animals defense to have to try and snag him at second. Wise decision. That was great sprint D.
Okay, and we're going to see Malachi Mitchell pinch run there. And that's going to bring up Jackson Olsen. So if there was a time, if I was imagining, I bet you Gillum is... Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Okay, I got the green light.
Okay, so Gillum said that...
Yeah, I'm going to have to boogie, though. This is a little bit further away than the other one.
Okay, no, you're going to be okay. Reese Hampton underneath it, can of corn, and that will end the frame. Fluke bends, but he doesn't break. Party Animals pick up a point for the second straight inning, and they dog tackle Sean Fluke on the mound like they just won the entire tour. In the middle of the fracas there, Erik Jones Jr. grabs his 50th RBI on the tour. He joins Bloomer, Thomas, and Skoll in the 50-plus RBI club. And Sean Fluke and his pigtails will give way to us in the booth. Biko Scala, Josh Talevsky, Kyle Lewigs. Kyle, it is a mustache that you've gotten to know and love over a year now that Josh has had it. It's going to be gone on Monday night. Your feelings?
Let me look at that. Let me put my eyes upon it. You know, we've had our problems with it in the past. You know, sometimes he goes a little bit too high above the top lip. But I mean, right now it looks great. I'm really sad to see it go. I'm interested to see, you know, how many different ways that we can shave it before we completely shave it off. If we can shave, you know, maybe the tips of it off. I don't know what can happen, but we can have some fun with it. But nonetheless, I'm sad to see it go.
You sound like Dr. Frankenstein just messing around with the monster, you know?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Diabolical.
I think we can have some fun.
Kyle, what would be your reaction to finding out that you will be the man shaving Josh's mustache on Monday night on the broadcast?
I don't think that there's any higher, what's the word I'm thinking
Honor?
of?
Honor? Privilege?
Honor, privilege, task, any of those synonyms for that, than that one alone. And I would say that I will try not to mess it up, but if I do mess it up, I love you very much.
If you mess it up, Kyle,
I think I'm going to mess it up on purpose.
I can't believe you.
There's a game going on. We need to pay attention.
Are you kidding me right now?
There's a game going on, Josh.
No.
There's a game happening right now.
Yeah, you would do that.
Bryson Bloomer to the plate.
It's going to be 5, 6, 7 for the Party Animals here. The Boomer is ahead 1-0. Vincent Chapman calls time. Everybody's
Plate looks dirty.
Yeah, he's going to clear everyone out of the area because this is a dirty plate. He'll dust it off. Completely solves that situation, but we still haven't seen him really get into his bag dancing tonight, so he'll solve that problem next. No. Okay.
That was a tease.
It was the most subdued Vincent Chapman dance I've seen in my entire life.
They got you, Biko.
Hot shot, Matt Wolf is in defensively. And that one, an 89-mile-an-hour fastball. Trackman also had it coming off the bat at 89 miles an hour. Tough play for the defensive substitution.
And definitely, I feel like that ball, just missing Donnie's glove again. And I know that that's two pretty close to comebackers that you would call it on the mound. And, you're not expected to make that play, but boy, is it frustrating. Because it feels like it comes back at you in slow motion, and then you just don't get a glove on it, and then you have to think about it until the next time you get a ground ball.
Yeah, and you see Wolf just a little bit out of position when that ball's hit to him. All in all, when you look at the numbers off the bat and everything, I think that's a base hit there for Bryson Bloomer.
Kyle, what do you think?
I'd concur.
I agree. Just wanted to get
We're unanimous.
a current Banana Ballers thought on it before we put it in pen in our book, as Joe Lytle sends it to the gap. It's going to score Bloomer easily from first. And how about this for Joe? A stand-up triple after he had a 3-base sprint his first time. Heck of a night for the Party Animals DH already.
That is Banana Ball history. I do not believe we have ever seen a man with a 3-base sprint and a triple in the same game in Banana Ball.
Kind of scary to think about. I know his parents are in town from Oklahoma, and I don't know if the Dakota McFadden effect is on both sides in the Bananas and the Party Animals, but he had a pretty good game last night and off to a pretty good start here.
Yeah, the OKC kid who grew up there and then spent all 4 years of his collegiate career at Oklahoma City University grabs his 42nd run driven in on the season. His dad Keith, who was also his coach at OKCU, is in attendance and going to gift him some superpowers early on tonight. Now Jason Swan, who stroked an RBI single to left his first time. Lytle has doubled his triple tally on the tour in one fell swoop. That's his second. And he broke the tie that he had with Jason Swan at 41 RBIs apiece. That one chopped over the jump of Jackson Olsen. Throw home from Ryan Cox in time! Oh, a stupendous play from the glove magician to save a run.
That is an unbelievable defensive gem from Ryan Cox, fielding that high chop that missed Jackson Olsen, and it's Cox going cross-body. I mean, an absolute pinpoint play there, right in the glove of Bill Leroy to apply the tag and get the out.
The throw was literally on the tag. We'll get a second look at that right now. What a beauty.
I mean, I've seen a couple 6-2s in my day, but I mean, you had to throw the ball in that spot to get the out. And he's jumping over his third baseman to get out of the way. It was kind of reminiscent of the Tim Tebow jump pass touchdowns. Shout out to the Swamp Kings. Watch that on Netflix. Very good documentary.
You enjoyed it?
Phenomenal. Watched all 4 episodes in one night.
I heard they left a lot out.
I mean, there's some stuff to be left out, but I mean, I feel like for the most part, they touched most of it. It was very insightful, actually. Ball's going to get away from Lil Baroy. Yeah. Backstop, Swan to second.
Wild pitch there from Donnie. So a 1-1 count on Vivacis, who grounded out into a 6-4 fielder's choice his first time. It's the first fielder's choice that Ryan Cox started off this evening. Much more mundane than the one you just saw.
How do we feel about the blue raspberry hair is kind of what I'm calling it. I feel like
this one chopped barely foul. Chris Walker right there to make the call.
I feel like his last hairstyle was more like kind of Jack Frost-esque. Had some white to it. It kind of felt like it was, went through permafrost. This one I would say is like a blue raspberry slushy. And I don't know where it ranks for you guys, but I really like it.
I'm a big fan.
I indeed like it, and I heard at the time that Ryan Cox changed that hair that it was indeed a Jack Frost summer for him.
Yeah.
How about that stolen base from Jason Swan?
Really good base run in there, doing exactly what they tell you to do.
That was his second in as many nights. He's now 14 for 15 on the tour. Thrown behind by Bill Leroy, and he immediately broke for third. There wasn't a chance in the world for Matt Wolf to nab him. But Jared Donaldson will take care of Mike Vivacis. You can get the full capacity crowd here in Grayson Stadium. Free donuts courtesy of Duncan.
Killing two birds with one stone there, as not only does Donnie get the punch out with a man on third, but gets the fans some Duncan.
You're so poetic. Very well placed 2-2, 80-mile-an-hour splitter down in the zone, gets him swinging. And the man that likes donuts and desserts more than anybody that I know, Mike Cavazis, gifting the full capacity crowd here tonight donuts.
Right up there with Jesse Cole. I really think...
I don't even think it's a competition. I think Mike blows him out of the water.
But when it comes to cookies, I've seen Jesse put down double-digit cookies in a matter of minutes. I mean, like 2 to 3 minutes, he'll put down 10-plus cookies.
You bet on your guy. I'm going to bet on mine. I think Mike's winning 12 out of 10 times. I don't even think it's close.
We did see.
I think Mike is laughing at him as he puts down more cookies than Jesse.
We did see his speed-eating prowess in the second annual BTV hot dog eating contest. That was in Akron, Ohio.
He had a different look in his eye.
Yeah.
A look that scared me enough to know that I wouldn't bet against that man in any kind of food eating competition.
Weber was Donnie's second strikeout victim of the evening. Fights that one off. Count still 1-2 now on the Party Animal second baseman. To give an idea on the dominance of Jared Donaldson's splitter, the spin rate on the last one was 1,102. Anything under 1,250 is really incredible. Shohei Ohtani's splitter averages 1,320. Aroldis Chapman is at 1,215. Jared Donaldson averages right around 1,000 RPMs on his splitter. It's reason why he was pretty much the second best pitcher, bar none, in Division II baseball 2 springs ago. That one fouled off. Good battle here from Baber. Still 2-2.
What is your splitter at nowadays? Sorry, Josh, I didn't mean to cut you off.
What is your splitter at,
I need to
Pico?
know.
It's around like 60, 70 RPMs. Doesn't spin a ton.
That's pretty good.
It's very good. It's really elite.
That's dominant.
Is it elite or is it just flat, you know?
No, it's
second
elite.
to none.
It's elite. I just never had the repertoire to build around it to really become a successful pitcher.
It's good.
Payoff pitch. That one chopped towards Jackson Olsen, attacking it, firing to first, just in time. Excellent play by the grade 8. Party Animals have scored in 3 straight innings, but they only push 1 across here after scoring 2 in the second and third. And they threaten to claim their 3rd straight point. They're already up by 2 tonight.
And they have not made it easy on Jared Donaldson either. They've worked a lot of long at-bats. That one, 10 pitches between Jared Donaldson and Dustin Baber. And we've seen quite a few high MPIs for Donnie. That one ended at 6 minutes and 9 seconds for the righty.
Kyle, you've been just about as good a pitcher as you can find on the tour since the start of June and have really dominated on the road. But obviously the Party Animals now 11-5 at home against you guys. There's just something that gives them power here in our 97-year-old ballpark of historic Grayson Stadium. Can you feel any kind of difference when you're pitching against them here compared to on the road?
I mean, the environments across the board are pretty much similar. I'm actually glad that you and Josh both brought that up because it feels like, I mean, the environments are crazy anywhere we go. You know, this is definitely not the most amount of fans that we play in front of all tour.
Right.
But I mean, across the board, you know, there's typically more Bananas fans than Party Animals fans. And it feels like an environment that everybody's comfortable in playing. But I mean, there's just something about it. Josh spoke to, you know, the amount of pitches that these guys are seeing and how tough their at-bats are. And I mean, they're not going up to the plate with any different kind of approach, but, you know, it feels like in Grayson Stadium where last night across 4 innings, I felt like I threw 345 pitches, you know, just trying to get them out, whether it's weak contact, whether it's solid contact, or, you know, they're working a 3-2 count and working a sprint. It's just, they're very comfortable, and there's definitely something in the water here, and I don't know what it is. I don't have a good answer for it. I think, Josh, if you did a deep dive and really did some solid statistics behind it, maybe it's the food that we're eating. I'm not sure what it is, but there's got to be something behind it.
I mean, all I can say is that the batting park factor would clearly show you that it aids the Party Animals Grayson Stadium. That is, the batting park factor, of course, is something that concerns the number of runs that are scored by teams in home ballparks versus in away ballparks. And of course, this stadium has aided the Party Animals much more than it has the Bananas.
It's a funny, grand experiment that we're here on where this is both teams' home ballpark. And when you're on the road, you are away from Savannah, which is, you know, the home base for the Bananas and Party Animals. But it has been a much friendlier home to the bad boys of Banana Land than the men that we would typically describe as the protagonists of this tour.
Yeah, definitely. That's a funny way to look at it. But yeah, like kind of like Josh said. I mean, yesterday it felt like there was so much grass out in that outfield last night when I was pitching. But you know, with Reese Hampton and company, you know, patrolling the outfield, it looked like there was probably 2 square feet of grass out there. I mean, everything that was hit in the air was going into some kind of leather.
Big cut and a foul tip from D-Mac, counting out full at 3-2.
By the way, it was 80 pitches for you last night.
That's it?
And you did end your night with a 1 minute and 31 second minutes per inning mark. So well done, Kyle.
Things to build off of.
That's a fact. 2 straight scoreless innings to end your night as D-Mac draws the 3rd sprint given up by Sean Fluke on the evening. And Kyle Lewick's trying to figure out if he needs to run for Dakota using sign language to try and tell the folks on the bench who knows what.
He's not doing a whole lot of anything.
Now he's just staring.
I'm ready to go.
You're hungry.
Yeah.
McFadden represents the inning tying run, and your teammate over the past 7+ years, dating back to when you met each other as freshmen at the University of North Georgia up in Dahlonega, now represents the inning winning run here at the ditch. Looks like you're going to stay put for now.
Yeah, I think actually we're going to go with Vinny DeRubius is going to step in here to pinch run. Maybe that raises my chances of getting in that bat later in this game. I don't know what could happen, you know?
Ooh. You give up a pinch run for a pinch hit any day of the week. That was a nasty front door bender from Fluke, and he imitates the movement of his 67-mile-an-hour 12-6 curve there. Chopped foul at the dish. Bill bounced into a fielder's choice his first time.
Fluke dropping slots there a little bit, dropping down a little 3/4 action. And whenever I came up into the booth, Drew Gillespie obviously speaking a little bit to his complete game last night, and some of the dominance that we've seen out of Zach Phillips on the Banana side. It's been really cool to see guys really start to work, you know, what would be considered out of their comfort zone, working in different slots, different pitches from different slots, and I can attest to how not easy that is, and cool to see them succeed.
Kyle, when you watch 2 guys throw back-to-back complete games, albeit for the other team, in banana ball, still a young sport, and see the way that they're able to dominate, do you learn anything new about pitching in banana ball?
I'm not sure what the Party Animals just did. They all just dropped to the floor on a strikeout. That was pretty cool. What does that teach me? It teach me that, you know, something that I tend to already know, and that's the fact that I want to throw a complete game. And, you know, as simple as the answer sounds like, but, you know, I want to go out there and dominate. I want to go out there and throw sub-1 minute innings. I want to be good with all my pitches. I want to hold runners that get on. I don't want to allow runners on, and I want to throw all gosh darn 9 innings out there, you know. Pretty simple. Best way to put it.
That completely makes sense. That checks out. Ryan Cox just a bit too early on that one. DeRubius will have to head back to first. Vinny 3 for 3 in his stolen base attempts on the tour. I think the key to success that we saw a lot with Helton and Gillespie is filling up the zone, obviously. Only 1 ball 4 sprint combined between the 2 of them. And they're credited in total with 16 innings pitched because they were both walked off on, giving up unearned runs once in their outings. And a classic mix of, you've got a cutter, 2-seam, bender, and then the changeup.
Changeup is where they get me.
Correct.
You know, as you know, the jerseys sometimes get Fluke, as he's going to remove his.
Macio's going to join in on the fun too.
Wow. Sometimes you get a little warm.
Big 1-2 pitch to Ryan Cox. His 15 strikeouts tied with Dalton Cornett for the least amount of in starters on the tour. That was bang bang at first. And Fluky is telling the party animals not to challenge that. Sam Claycamp's already thrown his hat in the ring, though. So what's the call here? Yeah, that means that the challenge has to happen. We throw on the Riedel headsets.
Oh, baby. Best of luck to you guys.
Looked like Fluke wanted to take on Danny Hosley. He may still get the opportunity. We are ready to rumble up here. My headset's in 2 different pieces, but we'll figure it out.
From the initial angle, I don't see anything to overturn.
That's the angle right there. If we're ever going to overturn it, it was bang, bang. Yep. Great work on a slow pull back. What happened first, the foot or the ball in the glove? He might be out.
He might be out, but I don't think there's enough. I don't think there's enough evidence to overturn that call. I don't think we can get any closer in on the foot.
All right, we'll leave it be. Yes,
yes, it's inconclusive.
And that is why Sean Fluke told his bench not to challenge the play. And the exterminator shaking his head. He implored them not to challenge it. The party animals have lost their challenge for the night now.
You guys do really good work on that. Really proud of you guys.
Thank you, Kyle. It is the #1 adrenaline rush for me when it comes to broadcasting.
Oh, you just wait until Monday, big boy.
Oh,
you're going to ruin me.
When you say mess up the mustache, I kind of wanted to get onto that. You know, it's being shaved off. How can you mess it up besides for like shaving Josh's skin with the stash?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
that's
what
never.
if he just
that's
cuts
never.
me up, you
it's
know?
never the intent is to hurt anybody. Let's just get that straight.
Are you thinking, Kyle, you're going to leave some hair?
I don't know, maybe. I mean, you could do a bad job. I don't know. Not everybody's a barber in their life. Steve Kellogg actually making a really funny comment in the comment section, asking if Bill Leroy shaved his face tonight in solidarity of Josh's mustache. And I don't have an answer for you, Steve. I just saw Bill come out of the bathroom whenever he went in there, a 25-year-old man, and came out a 12-year-old man. And I don't know what happened, what was the point behind it, but he came out with a freshly shaved face.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
It's a rare sight to see freshly shaved Bill. It's always jarring for me.
It's a little scary.
You've lived with him for close to 7 years now. So
I've seen everything. I've seen bald Bill.
That's true.
I've seen pork chops Bill. I've seen, handlebars. I've seen one time he got a stick figure house shaved in the side of his head in our 2017 postseason run with the North Georgia Nighthawks.
Payoff pitch, there goes Vinny, and Hosley fouls it off. We'll do it again. How about Fluke? Just throwing him some cheese right down the middle. See if you can hit it, Mr. Hosley, who did single his first time on a flare up the middle.
And we've seen that strategy a lot from the Party Animals pitchers lately against the Bananas. They're not wanting to give up the ball for sprints and full counts. It's more just going with the pitches that they know and telling the Bananas try and hit it, as the Party Animals have a hard time with their sprint defense, and Vinny DeRubius is on his horse and will come around to score the inning-tying run for the Bananas, as Hosley will move up towards third base, and the Party Animals very confused, as I'm still not sure every player has touched the ball.
Absolute pandemonium from the Party Animals. Tanner Thomas still hadn't touched it when the ball went flying to the backstop. That was Little League stuff, as Hosley gets 3 bags on the sprint and the inning's tied at a run apiece.
Took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say pure pandemonium, as, nobody better. We tied up the inning. Bananas looking to score another point and, get a big 4th inning here and get within 1 run, and Matty Wolf's going to try and get it done here. But to the point that you brought up earlier, Biko,
yes,
about the strikes and guys really challenging people with the changeup. Sometimes I feel like more times than not, if you can inflict soft contact or weak contact and let your defense work behind you with whatever pitch it is, or whatever pitch you're dominant with, sometimes if you don't throw right at that mark,
How about Chase Acuff between the legs with the potential inning-winning run touching home, but he gets it across the diamond to grab Matt Wolf. Second trick play of the night for Acuff, and we leave the inning with each team getting a run. Still a 2-0 lead in the all-important points category for the Party Animals. Kyle Lewicks will finish that point after Emily Cole honors our Bananas Foster Family of the Night.
When Jesse and I became foster parents 3 years ago, we learned a lot about the foster care world, including the fact that there are over 400,000 kids in foster care across the country without a permanent home. In an effort to help, we started a 501c3 dedicated to celebrating those who are already making a difference in the foster care community while educating and hopefully inspiring others to get involved. The name of that nonprofit is Bananas Foster. And tonight we have the honor of celebrating the Newman family as our Bananas Foster featured family. Ashley and Jacob recently learned about the dire need for more foster families right here in our community and became a licensed foster family. They also learned that it's extremely difficult to keep siblings together when they're brought into care. Ashley and Jacob now have their first placement, a little brother and sister, and we are so honored to celebrate them tonight. So fans, please stand and help us recognize this amazing family for what they're doing right here in our community.
Fans, give it up one more time for our Bananas Foster featured family of the night.
Well, that is what it is all about in Banana Land. Honoring superheroes who are changing the very community that we live in. And a Richmond Hill graduate there.
Yeah, how about them apples? You know, always happy to contribute. And it's really cool every night that we get to honor those that are embarking in the foster journey and helping out with Bananas Foster any way we can. We appreciate you guys more than you know, and I'm sure it takes a small army, but sometimes a couple of credible people can make something awesome happen.
Now we go through the Banana-lution of dance as Jared Donaldson gets loose for his 5th inning on the mound. I'll tell you what, Sean Fluke is not going to be the 3rd straight Party Animals pitcher to throw a 9-inning complete game. He has loosed a lot of arrows out of the proverbial quiver so far tonight and gifted the Nanners the inning tie there with 2 sprints, which was his 3rd and 4th sprint allowed on the evening. No, 4th and 5th sprint allowed on the evening.
There you go. Sometimes they can, you know, they can rack up pretty quick. You know, there's games that you don't even think about walking somebody or getting into a sprint count. Most times not even getting in a 3-ball count. But you know, sometimes this happens. Oh my goodness.
All right. I figured there was something up Vince's sleeve here after he gave us a very mild 4th inning dance. And that's because we're beginning the 5th with him vacuuming off home plate. And looks like he's got our French maid outfit on top of his umpiring gear. I don't really understand the bolo hat, though. Where does that come into the equation?
I was going to say fedora. It looked like one that I had on my desk way back whenever I used to have a desk. Not sure if that was or not, but I love the...
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, of course. I mean, how'd you not see that?
I mean, I watched it like 18 years ago.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. It went completely over my head.
So
but I did love the tees the inning before when you're expecting it, and then wham, getting smacked with something you're not expecting.
Correct.
It's always fun.
The magic of subverting expectations.
That's exactly what they call it. That's a fact, as some people would say.
2 straight balls from Donnie here to begin the top of the 5th. Party Animals were kept off the board in the 1st, but 2 runs in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th. And looking to keep the momentum rolling. Chase Acuff singled and scored in that 2-run 3rd inning. In fact, he was the spark plug for it. And Chase just got walked. That's a sprint. That is 4 balls. That is 4 balls, and now Chase is going to fly out. What are we even doing here? What is happening? They should literally gift Chase Acuff first base. I mean, this is pandemonium.
It's all semantics in Banana Bar, remember?
It's going to be
It was a good time for that that sound you like to do.
Huh?
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
Dong.
Dong is
That one is-
that one's a really
That one's
good
even
one.
more accurate.
And while we'll get back into the action, as we're not sure what happened, Donnie going to get ahead of Reese in the 0-1 count.
I know what happened.
I have
He's got
been
4 balls. There was a fly out to left.
I was trying to move on from that.
Okay. Kyle, you have the floor.
I've been here since 2018. Okay. Now we have an 0-2 count from Vince, which he's an advocate of saying what the count is now. I've been here since 2018, and I've seen that made costume in our prop closet since 2018, and I've always wondered
Wondered who was going to really wear it the best.
who it was built to fit, you know? Like, it's kind of a weird size. It's kind of small. It's a little bit wider, and, you know, Vincent is the perfect person for it. I just found it out.
Couldn't agree more. Well, I'll tell you what, the Bananas aren't going to complain with 1 ball being misremembered. Dakota Stiltz-Albritton will take over a clean inning with 2 outs. Hampton retired for the first time tonight. He's now 1 for 2 with a sprint and a run scored.
You guys know off the top of your head what Stiltz's PR in terms of velocity is this tour?
I had no idea, actually.
You don't? Josh, do you know? Is it 70? I feel like he's been 70, somewhere low 70s, right?
I don't want to admit to that because I maxed out at 69 when I was on the mound testing out TrackMan a month or 2 ago. And if he can do that on 5-foot stilts, that does a lot to my self-esteem.
Velocity is a game of leverage, my friend.
I consider myself a baseball player, a banana ball player.
But you don't have that kind of leverage. Nobody has that leverage. Pico, he's 9 foot in the air.
He's actually 10 feet 9 inches in the air. Look out! Toy Moyer almost gets tattooed by a foul ball from Dalton Cornette.
Okay, well, that one was 64 out of the hand of Stiltz.
Yeah,
so
that feels right. He's not going to touch 69.
He's definitely been high 60s.
Yeah. I'll say that. That was a 63-mile-an-hour pitch. TrackMan had it leaving Dalton Cornette's bat at 93, straight into the mitt of Dalton Cornette. And one of the most bizarre 1-2-3 innings we've had on the tour thus far.
1-2-3 nonetheless.
That's a fact. Clean inning in the book. And I want to just confirm your previous thought there, Kyle, that I've never seen the French-made costume fit anybody better than Vincent Chapman. Let's get Jesse Cole back in on the action. It is time for a brand new promotion called Dizzy Dinos as Josh Cholewski throws down his headset in disgust.
I don't know if he's mad or needs to go to the bathroom really bad.
We will discuss after Dizzy Dinos.
Head down on the bats. This is weirder than I expected. Keep spinning dinos. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, go, get the eggs, run full speed, dinos down, get those eggs. These dinos are struggling. Grab those eggs. There we go, bring them back. This dino needs to go get the eggs. All right, now bring them back. This is exactly how we anticipated this. All right, dinos, get back. 10 seconds. 9. Here we go. Let's get them back. And we're gonna go one more time. Disney, get back on those bats. Here we go. Yes, I'm making him do it again. 5, 4. These dinos are down. And the winner is Left Dino. Let's hear it for him. Good job. And there you have it. The first and maybe last time we'll ever do Dizzy Dino.
And goodness gracious, I'm out of breath. It took me all the way to get down to the Shark Tank before I caught up with Josh Tlefsky to bring him back into the booth, wrangle him in here, and put the headset back on him. Biko, you have some apologizing to do.
I do. Well, actually, no, I don't, because I have some explaining.
Okay.
Don't leave, Josh.
I'm thinking about taking off this headset again.
Josh is upset because last summer he wore the French-made costumes when we cooked some bacon on one of our more unique pre-game introductions. And I have said that Vincent Chapman fills it out better than anybody I've ever seen in my life. It's a better fit for Vincent, Josh. It's the right size for him. I would get a size like 2 or 3 sizes smaller, and then that French-made costume could fit you better than anybody else in the world.
I just locked the press box door, and I agree with Biko.
Never had body image problems till now.
Oh, no. T.R. Meadows is out!
Oh, we might have a challenge here.
Bryson Bloomer with a superb play. The fans are going to challenge it. And let's get the Riedel headsets back on. Or at least what's left of mine.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Thank you, Kyle. Now that we have removed the potentially biased member from the broadcast booth when it comes to challenges, we will link up with Isaac Powell and Vincent Chapman. And let's take another look at it. Oh, here we go. This is our shot. I'm not seeing anything
I need
there.
to see it slower.
Yeah, we do need to go slower.
I like the old angle, just a little bit slower frame by frame there.
The first angle is the winner, just real slow. He's out.
He's
Clearly
out. Call is confirmed.
Heck of a job by Justin Whitten down there. That's about as bang as it gets, and he nailed it.
And it's a totally athletic play as well by Bryson Bloomer. They're throwing crossbody and still being able to nab D.R. Meadows, one of the fastest men on the Bananas roster.
D.R. led off the bottom of the first inning, bouncing into a trick play made by the Boomer. And his last time, it was a trick play made by Chase Acuff at short. And now it's a stupendous play to get him on his third ground out for the night. Kyle Lewigs, your thoughts on the replay?
You know, I was worried there for a little bit. You were telling them to slow it down, and I don't think it was loading, and it wasn't moving at all. And I thought they had slowed it down too much to where we were never going to see how the play ended. I mean, it was moving. If it wasn't moving at all, that's a different story. But if it was moving, it wasn't. It was pretty much not moving at all. But great job by the review team. Great job by you guys. You know?
Thank you very much.
I feel like I would like to know the total. You're welcome, Josh. Would like to know the total amount of challenges I've been present for in this booth, this tour.
That sounds like...
Because obviously I probably lead everybody else because I lead
Definitely did.
everybody in time up here. But I feel like, you know, it's like, okay, wait until Kyle gets in the booth, and now we're going to start challenging some plays.
Sounds like some prep season statistical savantry that Josh Tlefsky could undergo.
Can't wait to shave that mustache.
You'll find out in November, Kyle. What a play. How about Jason Swan? A couple web gems from both corner infielders for the Party Animals to get Sean Fluke his first 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th.
Dan up with the chance to win the bottom of the 5th in one swing, and I believe he is going to do so, and that is why I am pulling my yard card.
Excellent time for it. Dan took a Sean Fluke 12-6 curveball clean out of Constellation Field in Sugar Land, Texas back in March. He missed that one. Jason Swan might have a chance at it. No, he runs out of room and the fans don't make the catch. The 5-year Banana was screaming at himself out of the box, but he's got another life. He may have been just as upset with the fact that he didn't put that one over the wall here in historic Grayson Stadium, and Sean Fluke saying that That foul ball might have pinpointed a fan straight on the head, so we'll get our medical team over to them immediately and check them out as Dan flies that one deep out to right center field. Hampton and Thomas converging. It is Reese who makes the snag. As you said earlier, Kyle.
Just not a lot of grass.
Not a lot of grass in that outfield, but it's Skull, Hampton, and Thomas patrolling.
Yeah, it was a terrific first step from Reese Hampton as Dan put that one into the gap in right center field. But that's why the Party Animals have started Reese in center more than any other player on this year's tour. It's that great speed and the great tracking ability. As we're going to throw it down to the field, the banana splits will dance us away.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the Banana Split!
And the Banana Splits continue to dazzle here in the top of the sixth, and what will be my last half inning up here in the booth tonight. And Josh, I know that we've seen you in a couple player dances in the past, but what do I have to do and who do I have to talk to get you in a Banana Splits dance?
That is an excellent question, because I'll tell you the truth, it sounds kind of fun to, you know, get in and boogie with those guys. I also think that we would get along. We'd have a lot to talk about for sure.
What would you talk about?
I don't know. I assume they like banana ball. They're at a lot of banana ball games. You can ask them their favorite players.
I think I can answer that for you. It's probably Noah Bridges.
The percentages of stolen bases of first on the tour.
They'd love that.
We've got a new man on the mound. It is Matt Malatesta, and we've got a man on a trampoline in center. That is DR Meadows.
Meadows trampoline round 2, electric boogaloo.
Nice.
And your 2021 Coastal Plain League Bananas teammate on the bump. And he nearly hits your 2018 and 2019 Coastal Plain League teammate Banana Tanner Thomas. Malatesta, the pride of Brant Beach, New Jersey, the splitter specialist to replace the splitter specialist in Jared Donaldson. That one cranked foul. Full count on Mr. Tinder Thomas. It's 3-4-5 for the Party Animals. Tanner has grounded out and popped out tonight. Behind him, Jake Skoll and Bryson Bloomer due up here in the top of the sixth.
And we saw Malatesta enter the game last night for the Bananas and set down the Party Animals in order while picking up a strikeout. And as DR Meadows is jumping off the trampoline, he will cartwheel, make the catch and backflip. What a play from DR!
You just can't make it up. It is the beauty of banana ball, and David Ray forward rolls right back onto his trampoline.
Powered by Zappos. He's got those Crocs in sport mode, and I mean, he didn't get there quite in time to backflip with the catch, but he made sure to do it after.
Look, we talked about as good as that first step was for Reese Hampton, catching that liner off the bat of Dan Oberst in right center. Imagine doing that off a trampoline. DR Meadows is in a league of his own right now, man.
Jake Skoll has struck out twice tonight, once swinging, once looking. He's behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Party Animals dugout wasn't enthused by the first strike call on him. They thought it was below the knees. Heater just misses the outside corner. Kyle wanted it.
No comment.
If he was on the bump, he would have liked it to be a strike.
I was just worried. I saw DR out there jumping. I didn't want him to fall off the trampoline on accident or something. We got to talk about the placement of it. I mean, you place your fielders out there, but I mean, whenever you plop that trampoline down for the inning to start, I mean, that's the spot it's got to stay. So I mean, you know, during BP, we talked a little bit, and you know, X marks the spot. We found that to be the best spot. Surely enough, I would like for him to catch one while he can maintain on the trampoline. I think that's worth, you know, bringing the press box down for.
Correct.
So buckle up if that happens.
The box that has been up here since 1941 when Grayson Stadium was rebuilt from its original form. Municipal Stadium was a football field built in 1926, and then a hurricane in 1940 left it in smithereens. They turned it into the beautiful ballpark that Bananas now call their home for their 8th year here.
As well as the party animals call home.
That's a fact, and they have had a lot more fun here than the Nanners. 11-5 on the season, with, of course, the 2 only ties we will ever see in Banana Ball history.
Skull fouling another one off there. That's what you see, I feel like, across the board with these party animal hitters 1 through 9. They do a really good job of spoiling pitchers' pitches, as well as, you know, working long counts, and it can make it pretty daunting out there.
Another payoff coming from Malatesta. That one smoked foul. Look out in the bullpen. We'll have another 3-2 from Malatesta to Skull. And a strikeout. Hat trick on the night for Jake Skull, as Malatesta gets him to leave the zone for out number 2.
And that's the second time in this game, Kyle, talking about how the party animals have worked long at bats. This AB went 10 pitches, and Malatesta will end it with the strikeout of Skull, as the guys are now moving the trampoline into the infield.
Well, this is pure madness. Michael Deeb and Danny Hosley are the only Nanners out in the field not involved in the transportation of the trampoline.
David Ray, the only man in Crocs. You like what he can do in center field. I think you're going to like what he can do on the mound, or proverbial mound, should I say trampoline.
That sounds right. Looks like he's going to try a backflip pitch. No, it's just a backflip for intimidation to his 2022 Bananas teammate, Bryson Bloomer, as DR starts him with a strike, firing it well in midair. 360 pitch. It's crank foul. 0-2 count on the Boomer. Bryson's 1 for 1 on the night. An infield single and a hit by pitch. DR from his tush. That is ball 1. He's breaking out a whole lot of tricks. Sidearm throw, and Bloomer has to fight it off.
We've seen Drew Gillespie, we have seen Zach Phillips mess with arm angles out there on a regular pitcher's mound, but DR doing it off the trampoline, bouncing this in the dirt, and Bill barehanded that. What is going on?
I'm not sure. I don't know anymore. Deuces are wild, though, Josh. Backflip, knees, foul ball. Goodness gracious. I'm not sure what's going on anymore.
Neither does the full capacity crowd that makes up the 219th straight sellout here in Grayson. Another jump pitch fouled at the plate.
Bloomer going to twerk it out there. I mean, whether the pitcher's on a trampoline or not, these party animals are going to see some pitches.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming. Front flip from his tuchus back to his feet. Crow hop misses down and out, and the count runs full. 9th pitch of the at-bat coming. And it is going to be a sprint. Bloomer works it from 0-2 to getting his first sprint of the evening, and now the Bananas get it around the infield. The outfielders, Matt Malatesta, who was manning center field, will toss it over to Deeb, the 7th and final man who had to touch it. And Bloomer is on second base. Now Joe Lytle will face our trampolining pitcher, DR Meadows. You know he's got to be gassed up there as he goes airborne and just misses the outside corner. I mean, that looked beautiful. Tight zone for our trampolining pitcher. Now a 2-0 count.
Yeah, I've definitely got to say the pace of pitching in banana ball is something crazy, but doing it on a trampoline is a whole nother cardio level.
Another jump pitch. That one stroked foul. Clings off the concession stand on the second deck.
Not caught by a fan. Although we do have a lot of fans down that right field line.
2-1 coming from Meadows. 360 pitch outside, and it's a 3-1 count. Bears down, tries to find a strike. Lytle fouls it off. It was going to hit him. No, he actually put that into fair play. Lytle furious with himself. Meadows somehow escapes the jam. And I continue to be incredibly confused by the Sport Iron broadcasting. Kyle Lewix, thanks for joining us.
I will see you guys on the base pass. Till tomorrow.
There goes Cowboy Kyle. And as he exits stage right, coming in from stage left, it is the Director of Entertainment, Zach Frangelo. How are you enjoying your seat in the castle in the sky tonight, Zach?
Man, it is a cool view up here. This is awesome. What a cool way to watch banana ball. I mean, that's amazing. This is amazing up here.
Well, entertainment is literally in your job title, so we've got to talk about DR Meadows' performance here on the tramp. I'm sure you were a part of the Ideapalooza where this came from.
Yeah.
How was it seeing it happen in real life?
Man, not having a hand in it at all was terrifying, but that I don't think we could have worked out any better than it actually did. I mean, that was unbelievable. The ability to do that, to throw pitches and put some velocity on it as well. I mean, that's wildly impressive from DR.
Could not agree more. I'm Biko Scala. That is Josh Chalevsky. Here is the man of the hour, Zach Frangelo, who has the night off, kind of. You spend your night off watching banana ball.
Yes, correct. You know, it's letting the wings fly on our team, and you know, eventually you have to take the headset off and hand it off to someone else, so we can grow the next generation of directors of entertainments and shows for years and years to come. And so it was really exciting to put the headset down and just kind of listen in and take notes on everything. And you learn a lot when you listen. And so just the ability to listen and learn for myself, and then also the ability to give back and to teach. Isaac, who is directing the show tonight, and on Monday will be Avery.
Are there any ways in which you feel the entertainment has really evolved in banana ball this year, Zach?
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, if you look back at what was the first script of the year with
Yeah, we got a base hit up the middle as you try and explain the evolution of Bananas Entertainment.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So we looked at that script of West Palm Beach, and you know, we were doing new things, and that's always been in our culture to try new things. You know, it started out when I joined the team in 2021 with the Coastal Plain League to try 4 new things, and now we're obviously up to 10 to 15 new things. But you know, you look back at that West Palm Beach script and it was basically just bananas, which was crazy. I mean, we did 1 or 2 party animals things, but that's about it. It's pretty unique to see their brand grow and to see the entertainment grow to 2 teams putting together one great show when the Bananas are obviously the home team when we're trying to create the greatest show in sports.
And the Party Animals have become so powerful that they have the Bananas Director of Entertainment in a Party Animals polo tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it. How about that? You know, sometimes I gotta be non-partial, so I sit in the middle. I'll bounce back and forth between the 2 brands of enjoyment. Obviously, I love the Party Animals brand is incredible. It's amazing. And then obviously being the Director of Entertainment of the Bananas themselves.
Malachi Mitchell, the pinch runner, takes off. Eric Jones Jr. with the single, who's now 1 for 2 on the night, is pinch run 4. Jackson Olsen has struck out and flown out this evening. 2-2 coming from Sean Fluke, who's out for his 6th inning of work. It's chopped foul. And we shall do it again. The Anders just need 1 run to notch their first point of the ball game. That one lifted out to left. Jake Skoll only has to backpedal a few steps to grab out number 1. Less than 20 minutes on the clock as we reside in the bottom of the 6th. It has been an absolute doozy of a ball game. Also one of our slower paces we've had on the season thus far.
And again, you chalk that up to a lot of long at-bats. We've seen 2 different ones go 10 pitches in this ball game. a couple others in the 8 and 9 range, and most of it has been from the party animal side. So they jumped on the Bananas pitchers early and just continued to work some long innings, as now Sean Fluke and the guys are going to get in on a 6-2-2.
Okay, Fluky, what do we got? Kicking the feet around. You are the man who teaches a whole lot of these 3-2-2s. Getting a whole lot of laughs out of this one as D-Mac fouls it off. Vivacis, with his pigtails flying in the wind, is able to ascertain the banana ball for out number 2. Zach, your thoughts on that 6-2-2 today?
We have no swagger as a team. It is ridiculous how little swagger we have as the two teams, but that's kind of what makes those moments hilarious. We talk about, like, you know, I think back to when we did the I Don't Dance music video, and something we talked about as a group was we can't expect these guys to be professional dancers. It's just not realistic. But what we can expect is for them to dance as well as they can as baseball players. And, you know, introducing the 3-2-2, the 6-2-2 player dances, obviously those music videos, to see the evolution of that has been pretty cool.
Malachi off on the pitch. The
Do
ball
it. Yep, here we go.
dribbles away, and here comes Noah Bridges.
Go Shark.
Racing out to second base. And Malachi is going to be tucked in by our sweetheart of Banana Land. He's just going to take a nice little snooze out there on second base to celebrate his swiped bag. And Baber's going to tuck his head in as well. And we're going to keep playing banana ball.
Go Alarm. Go Shark. Oh!
This one laced out to left. Ball will grab it. And you all just got a little sneak peek into what it is like to be on the comms with Zach Frangelo when he's calling the show. I'm guessing that's pure instinct for you, Zach, as you see your entertainment come into full swing, and I have to cut you off as I asked you a question because it is the world's fastest inning, and we also have to give away a pair of Hokas. So you gotta click the link in the description on the video, the link we're throwing in the comments section, get your contact info in there, and then in the buzzword section, you need fire extinguisher. Fire extinguisher. And when Zach says umpires, that's because Chris Walker and Justin Whitten were still chatting out beyond second base as we have begun the top of the 7th inning. DJ the Invader, the new pitcher, and Jason Swan, who was just doing his best John Olerud impersonation, wearing the helmet while playing first base. There was actually a purpose to that because he's leading off the inning and he's ready to rumble. 3-1 count. He's got himself a sprint. Cox to Malden, to Olsen, to Jones, Meadows, Hosley, and then Deeb, the 7th and final man who has to touch it, as Swanee content with a one-base sprint.
And with the pace being a little slower into this game, it makes sense that with the quick inning change there, the Bananas go to DJ the Invader, who in his last appearance from the Bananas in Iowa set the all-time banana ball minutes per inning record, throwing a 57-second inning. He is also the only man in banana ball history to ever average an entire month below 2 minutes for the Bananas.
Garrett Delano getting a pinch hit opportunity. He sends that one into the stands, not caught. Pinch hits for Mike Vivacis, who was 0 for 2 on the night.
That MPI record. Oh, got him picked.
Baba being chased down by Jones. He falls for the deke, and EJ tags him out number 1.
That world's fastest, the MPI record was unbelievable. I mean, I literally was picking up flashlights to get ready and literally put my head down, picked my head back up, and the inning was over. That kind of stuff is super special and what makes banana ball so special.
Strikeout of the pinch hitter, Delano down swinging. Just like that, 2 outs. And Justin Baber will chug a brewski before he swings it with nobody aboard. He has struck out and grounded out tonight. I feel like he has gotten better and better at chugging as the tour goes on.
Correct.
That one up the middle past Dalton and Malden.
Josh, I have a stat question for you. I would love to get the stats behind the amount of hits that Baber has after drinking a beer, because it seems like almost every other time that he drinks a beer, he gets a hit. It's unbelievable.
It's actually a number I plan to analyze in the offseason. I have not been tracking it from the very jump, but I have also noticed a very similar trend. And you never know. I guess it just gets you loose out there, doing the jig, going down on the knee, and you just go up there with a good approach, a good mindset.
The Invader has a 1-2 count on Acuff, who's 1 for 2, single, a run scored, and a fly out. That one cued to short, barehanded. Ryan Cox across the diamond in time. He's got a batting glove on. That's a trick play, Cox. Are you kidding me? He shows it up to the booth. The glove magician has his 130th on the tour, obviously to lead all players.
That's unbelievable. That is so impressive.
I want to be like Ryan Cox when I grow up.
Okay, this has potential to be hilarious or horrible, and this is what we live for in the entertainment department.
Brand new promotion. All right, the pregnancy challenge race. Whose mind did this one come from, Zach?
That is a great question. I have started to take a little bit of back seat on these promo ideas, mainly just so we can build up our bench and build the future generation, like I said, of teams and minds that go into these shows. And so we have a great team. Obviously, Jesse's leading the way, young Professor, Avery, Isaac, and just any outside view. But they come with these buckets where they're trying to, they have a bucket where it's like dads versus moms or something along those lines. And they create 10 promos. And then, lately it has been ridiculous how good they have gotten. And they're starting to create winners every single night. And this is no different. I wish they were pedaling, but this is really funny.
I don't know if pedaling was physically possible for these guys, so they will just kind of tap their ways in, and it's going to be a dive onto home plate with a mini bat in his mouth. A well-deserved victory.
Hopefully the baby melon's okay.
And now, if we have the time, we'll pop up briefly into the broadcast booth, because it is time to spin the Wheel of Unfortunate. Zach, spin away.
All right, I'm ready. Oh, gosh.
Look out.
Uh-oh.
Get that. Josh, you can do the honors there.
Oh, he's been wanting to do this for so long.
Not.
He has.
Oh,
He's
Zach,
lied.
I don't know how hard to slap
one
him.
set, guys. Wait for someone. Okay, yeah, now we got a little lower box. Okay.
You guys want to hear it?
Hold on, we'll
Yeah, we would like to hear it.
Oh, my goodness. How hard do you usually slap people, Biko?
As hard as you can. Now, just a little, whatever feels right.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, it's a clean slap.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. I appreciate you being nice to me.
Ryan Cox is going to be retired by Reese Hampton with a nice sliding catch. Josh,
I appreciate that.
I don't have
Josh has to spin?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Definitely.
This is fun.
It's the Wheel of Unfortunate. Everybody has to spin. Randomly text someone. The others choose. So let's get that phone set, Josh. We get to choose who we're texting.
Interesting, Kimosabe.
And I spin it, and I have to eat a banana
and a bun. Oh, wow. Good Wheel of Unfortunate.
Rats. That was a good, a lot of diversity there on the wheel. Okay, terrific. We'll
barrel.
handle that after.
Oh, great play.
Hosley flares out to a tumbling Chase Acuff. The Party Animals defense has been really tremendous tonight.
Yeah, you saw Reese Hampton make a good play to start this frame with Ryan Cox up at the dish. And now Danny Hosley hits into a hard hit out. Unbelievable play there by Chase Acuff over at shortstop.
Now Dalton Malden will try and get something going here against Sean Fluke. Still a 2-0 lead for the Party Animals. 6.5 innings in the books.
You know what I notice about Banana Ball, and this is something that we've seen a lot.
Bryson Bloomer between the legs across the diamond. A tremendous inning for the Party Animals. Incredibly efficient from Sean Fluke to boot.
It's the fact that you can look anywhere in this ballpark and see something unique. I just saw Split out in center field trying to steal the numbers off the board. Like, it's one of those things that is only in Banana Land can you see something like that. And here he comes sprinting in. What a crazy guy.
It's time to turn Grayson Stadium yellow. Josh, just how fast was that inning?
It was 1 minute and 28 seconds.
It's incredible.
Here's my phone. All right. Oh, golly.
Wow.
This can't be good for me.
Oh, wow.
What are we doing here, guys?
It's just something jumped right out at us.
Something really jumped out at us quick, Josh Tlefsky. Wow.
The guy just hands it to Zach with his messages wide open. Rookie mistake from our statistical savant. That's okay. We're not going to text that We're not going to do that text.
Yeah.
Zach, you, as the guest of honor here, as we continue to turn historic Grayson Stadium yellow, you get to pick here, buddy.
All right. Let's see here. Oh, man. This is amazing. This is incredible. He was really wishing he had that slap back.
Yes, this is nothing compared to the slap in the face, which was given before you got his phone.
All right. I have.
Perfect.
Yeah, this is perfect. This is perfect. All right, now you got to help me craft this.
Okay. I would say it is your fault that my mustache is being shaven off on Monday. Okay. Yes, it is your fault that my mustache is being shaven off on Monday with a lot of exclamation points.
And sent.
It has been sent. That was to our dear friend Paula Berman, a K-clubber. Who was just fretting earlier today when I was talking to her about how sad she was that she feels like it might be her fault that Josh's mustache is being shaven. Well, now it's been proven. Josh has texted her it. Good luck cleaning that one up, Josh.
Man, you guys. Oh, you guys.
Oh, I got mayonnaise all over my finger. We are playing banana ball here. DJ the Invader out for a second inning of work. Top of the order for the party.
Holy cow.
Did Cornette and Thomas.
Oh.
And now a 2-2 count on the Animal center fielder, who's 1 for 2 on the night. 2-base sprint and a run scored. And there goes Reese. Strikeout for the Invader.
Come on, guys, let's lock in and tap in, as Reggie would say.
He would say that to us right now. Oh, that is way too much mayonnaise. I'm putting my banana on the bun.
There's so much happening right now.
Dalton Cornette is up at the plate. DJ the Invader will get ahead in the count 0-1 and miss with the next offering to DC3.
Oh, you gave me 2 packs of, I'm not putting 2 packs of mayonnaise on. The 1 pack does look like mustard, so I understand why I was given it.
Oh.
But if I put 2 packs of mayonnaise and relish on this, if you want to deliver me mustard, yeah, you could do that.
That'd be cool.
Our director of marketing, of course, has been the author of What Goes on Biko's Banana in a Bun.
Holy.
Thank you very much, Kara. Next half inning, I will eat the banana in the bun. 2 outs away from that. That's awesome. Mustard from Indiana coming on here. Actually, I don't know if it's from Indiana, but it says Indiana on it.
It's got to be true.
Ball blistered into center.
Nice.
And Cornette has himself a 1-out single. He's 2 for 4 on the night. 2 ribeyes came across on his first hit. I am not looking forward to that banana in a bun.
I mean, you dressed it. You dressed it nicely.
Yeah, we're all being punished here. I figure that.
Yeah.
Since we spun the wheel of unfortunate.
I feel like I got the best punishment here. Like
Correct.
this. At first, I was petrified, but now I'm on cloud 9. This is great.
Yeah, I want to re-slap.
Yeah, that's fair.
Tanner Thomas, a dribbler to second. Malden will toss it over to first just in time. Thought about trying to get the lead runner. Didn't have the time. So Cornette up into scoring position with 2 outs for Jake Skoll, who has a hat trick of Ks so far. Oof. 2 swinging, 1 looking.
And overall, it was the right play by Dalton Malden to go to first base there, make sure you can get a second out, and just put the trust in your pitcher to get that final out, especially against a guy who, despite batting cleanup tonight, has had a difficult night at the dish.
One squib foul. Ball and a strike on the Party Animals cleanup hitter. Zach, I would be remiss if I did not ask you to walk us through your experience doing the ballet walk-up a week ago in Des Moines, Iowa, and then smashing that walk-off swinging bunt.
Correct. They don't ask how, they ask how many, and then they also just say put the ball in play, good things happen.
Correct.
Oh, man.
Sprint here, so Cornette will score easily from second, and Skoll will be content with 1 base on the sprint and his 53rd RBI.
Yeah, we talked about kind of splitting the game into sections. So you have that first third, second third, third third. And we like to have a big element in each one of those pieces. Usually stilts, ziggy, anything with the lights off, that's all going to happen in that, 5 to 9 range, where it's the second half. Well, when we were in Des Moines, we did not have stilts with us, and Ziggy had already hit, and that was in that first third. And so, we were prepared for this, and having the experience in doing it before. Jesse had asked me if I would be willing to do it, and I'm obviously not going to say no.
Bloomer down the third baseline. That's a fair ball. Skoll is chugging towards third, deep, firing it in. Cox will relay it home, not even close to in time. And back-to-back two-out runs across for the Party Animals. Bryson Bloomer notches his 53rd RBI of the tour. He immediately ties Skoll atop the ribeye leaderboard.
And that is actually I asked one of my friends, Sky Brandt, she's the prima over at American Ballet Theater in New York, and I said, what variation should I do? I did Nutcracker last year, and this one was one specifically that we had talked about previously from La Cassere, and it is right up my alley. I'm a big jumper. I have the tricks, and this is one of the few ballets where you get to show off those tricks. And it was awesome. It is a very difficult, extremely, extremely difficult variation, and I did okay, but it was awesome. But I was more worried about was just trying to
Joe Lytle to the land of good and plenty. Rudely interrupts Zach Frangelo with a 2-run smash. And he's doubled the Party Animals' run total in the inning. It's a 4 spot for the bad boys of Banana Land. Lytle with his 3rd tater on the tour.
And DJ went off speed with his changeup there to Joe Lytle. And he did a magnificent job staying back on that pitch and being able to drive it out with that short wall in right field. Just being able to use a ballpark and have it play to your advantage as he brings the boom at the plate for the Party Animals.
Now, this is really interesting. Something that we had talked about as a group with the, 5 minutes left, explaining what's happening. Fortunately, the Party Animals were already up. But with time how it is and everything how it's going, this could make for a very interesting ending here, which is great. But anyway, back to the whole ballet thing. Sat in the box, was really struggling just to keep my eyes straight, and wasn't feeling too hot when I got in there. And first one came behind me. I didn't even really realize that it came behind me because I was just trying to keep my eyes straight. By the time, and then I did another double tour because I remember Jesse saying between pitches you got to do this, and I was like, all right, I'll do it, and I did it. And man alive, it was tough.
Dalton Malden going under the leg for a trick play to end the 4-run inning.
And it was fun. It was really cool. I love getting the opportunity to do that and to tap into the 2 worlds that I've lived the most full when it comes to the dance world and the ballet world. Or the dance world and the baseball world. So I'm glad I was able to walk us off. But man alive, that was a rocket of a shot, as they say.
Well, you did what you had to do. You got the ball in play. The young professor letting everybody know, as you just explained a little bit, Zach, because we're down to our final minute here and literally 10 seconds on the clock, it is ticking down. This will be our final inning. You get another look at the Joe Lytle ding-dong here. Everything was tattooed. And, of course, in a 97-year-old stadium, the true exit path of it blocked by a steel beam.
Obviously.
Holding up the grandstands. But the Party Animals, all 4 runs they just scored count as points because this is now the final inning. So they're up 6-0. The Nanners need a historic rally. We've never seen more than a 4-point advantage overcome in a banana ball game. And before we bid adieu to Zach and have this final half inning, I have to eat my banana in a bun, which has relish, a ample serving of mayonnaise, and a good amount of mustard as well. Bon appetit.
Yeah, there's no way.
That was a visceral reaction.
Ew.
You need. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah?
Oh, bad.
Yeah. You need to spit that out, buddy?
Golly, I can't watch this.
It's the mayonnaise is the real problem. Okay, it's just going to be one bite.
No doubt.
Because this is the most important part of the ballgame. Zach Franzo, we will let you enjoy this with the good people. Thank you so much for joining us again, my dear friend. You're a superstar.
You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Josh, thanks for not slapping me too hard, man.
Thank you, Zach.
That's a firm handshake that Zach has.
What are you gonna wash that banana in a bun down with? Any drinks you think would aid you?
I have one choice, and that's water. Liner to center, and Reese Hampton there to rob his counterpart, DRO for 4 on the game. If I didn't have water, though, sarsaparilla would be my choice to drink that one away.
It's a nice, that's an interesting choice by you.
Thank you. I think it's probably the first time I've ever said that on a broadcast. Finally admitted my desire for some sarsaparilla. Nanners down to their final 2 outs, trailing by 6 points. And Sean Fluke, son of a gun. Out here still in the bottom of the 8th. Already the author of 1 of the 3 complete games in Banana Ball history. It's not going to be a 9-inning affair. But if he can put the bow on this, he will have 2 of the 4 complete games in Banana Ball history.
Yeah, and it would be another 8-inning complete game for Sean Fluke as well, because the Bananas have not earned a point or drawn a walk-off.
Which is how many innings Brett Helton and Drew Gillespie got credit for in literally the last 2 Banana Ball games that were played before this. 3-1 Bender gets the zone. Dustin Baber goes between the legs, bounces it to first. He is in the trick play department, his 81st of the season. And the Nanners down to their final out. It'll be Dan Oberst trying to spark this 6-run rally. Another look at Baber going between the legs and adding the bounce for style. Danny Oberst cracks this one deep out to right. Tanner Thomas isn't going to be able to catch up to it. It one hops off the wall. And Dan, choking around second, is going to cruise into third with his second triple on the tour.
Yeah, and that was a great piece of hitting. Dan has hit against Fluke very well on the tour overall. Was able to use his ability to drive the ball out to the opposite field well there, and was on his force from the get-go, a big part in why he was able to go to third. And you always see Dan very aggressive out there on the base passes. EJ is hitting this one opposite field, and it'll trickle foul.
Chance for the fans to make the final play for only the 2nd time in Banana Ball history. It was them grabbing a Dustin Baber line out. Monty Faggart in Kannapolis, North Carolina. Back towards the beginning of July. That secured a Bananas victory. The first of 3 they would take in the Tar Heel State. And the Nanners down to their final strike. Eric Jones Jr. cuts and misses. Sean Fluke, you are incredible. The Exterminator throws the 3rd straight complete game for the Party Animals, who have won 3 straight and are still alive here in 2023.
This was completely unprecedented for the Party Animals. The fact that they have 3 straight guys who all started the season in the bullpen, twirling complete game gems for them. Sean Fluke adds another to his Banana Ball resume. The guys are church clapping, and boy, the Party Animals continue to dominate Grayson Stadium.
They are now 12-5 here in the Bananas home park, and will church clap to celebrate. They skunked the Nanners 6-0. The Bananas still have not scored an earned run off Party Animals pitching across the last 3 games. That's not true in the slightest. They scored a couple tonight, but they were erased by Party Animals runs that were already scored in the top half of those innings. I'll figure it out someday. Tell you what I won't do is have another bite of my banana on a bun. Well, no, I'm a man of the people. I'll do one more on the postgame show.
You don't have to.
Oh, I want to.
I really did not enjoy the smell or the look of that.
The people are begging for it in the comment sections as you get another look at Flukie firing the final out with his pigtails flailing. He has now lost his jersey, no surprise there. And the Party Animals have pulled to within 5 games of the Nanners with 6 more games on the schedule between these two squads. And that is the author of the 3rd straight complete game for the boys in black and pink. In all of his glory, a high five from Francis Gilbert, the athletic trainer for both teams. And it has been all Party Animals back in Grayson Stadium as it has been on the tour. He's Josh Talevsky. I'm Biko Scala. Another doozy of a pitching performance for the Party Animals.
And we continue to see these guys just scatter hits. It was the Bananas only mustering 5 against Sean Fluke in 8 innings tonight, and 5 sprints for Sean Fluke, which we've seen most of the Party Animals stay very well in the zone. But the Bananas batted .214 in the month of August with runners in scoring position. They struggled yet again tonight, and that seems to be the reason why they've started on this 3-game skid now against the Party Animals, is a lack of coming up with clutch hits when they've needed them.
Brett Helton did not allow a sprint in his 8 innings thrown last Saturday in Des Moines, Iowa. Drew Gillespie only allowed 1 last night. So really impressive work by Sean Fluke to limit the damage when gifting the Nanners 5 sprints. It is really incredible stuff. And now the Bananas will face off against the MLB Players Alumni Association tomorrow night. So I missed an A in there. I knew I missed an A in there. The MLB Players Alumni Association. I was like, wait a minute, MLB PA? No, it is not current Major League Baseball players. It is former Major League Baseball players who have lost the first 2 games against the Nanners so far on this tour. But, boy, they have been 2 of our favorite games on the season thus far.
They have been really fun, and we're going to see some guys who we've seen in Banana Ball before. It is Jeremy Guthrie, who has been tabbed as the starter, and we're actually going to see Curtis Granderson, a former Major Leaguer and 3-time All-Star, and also pitcher Jamie Wright, who are leading the Major League Baseball Players Alumni Association in the game tomorrow.
Yeah, there will be a couple familiar faces, well, a handful of familiar faces, guys who have played Banana Ball before for the former Major Leaguers, as well as some really exciting new additions to the roster. So that will be a thrilling ball game on the morrow. The first pitch will be at 7 p.m. Eastern. The pregame show will kick off at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. And boy, oh boy, I hope our coordinating producer, Chad Reese, does not have us spinning the wheel of unfortunate, because that might have been the most devastating 3 spins on the wheel. Really 2, because slaps have happened, and Zach Frangelo is no worse for wear. But Josh and I, that was a doozy for us here tonight.
I'm going to have to go over and talk with Paula. I'm going to have to apologize profusely. This is going to be something I'm really going to have to sort out. You guys have put me in quite the conundrum here.
Correct. I have created a problem for you. Well, Zach picked out the person. I picked out what was going to be said. So, you know, we're really partners in crime here. Before we bid you adieu here on Friday night, we do have a pair of Hokas to give away. Once again, thank you to everybody who watched, and best of luck to everybody who was in the Hokas competition. Drum roll, please, Josh, to find out our winner. Our winner tonight, Sharon Allen. Sharon Allen gets a fresh pair of kicks. Congratulations on your new pair of Hokas coming your way. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to everybody who entered and hung out with us here on Big Tiger Friday. Okay, we got to shout out our casted crew before we really shut this whole thing down. It starts in the control room where Griffin Ellis, our technical director, is hitting all the right buttons at all the right times. Same goes for our director, Chris Haynes, the brains behind the operation in there, calling out all the right shots at all the right times. On the scorebook and audio, Kwanzi, 1 name, 2 jobs. He's the best in the biz. On replay, it is Nick Keldy, DJ Squints, dominating those 2 challenges we had and giving you second looks at all the madness that occurred here tonight. One of my favorites, the watermelon exploding. Shout out Garrett Delano for that one. On graphics, Julia Massey. On the statistics, being updated on said graphics, Mikey O'Connor. They are incredible. They are really one mind with 2 different bodies, and an incredible job by both of them. When it comes to the field, it is Emerson Elmgren, the Iron Horse of BTV, holding down the first base camera, and across the diamond, dodging foul balls all night, Dakota Burnstead on third base. The 2 of them are terrific. Same goes for our high home cameraman, Michael Basista, who is usually in the control room, but he can handle any job we give him. On center field, it was Bella Soto for the second straight night. Bella, thank you so much for braving the tall task of handling the center field camera and climbing the scaffolding that goes with it. On the low home, it was Henry Campbell. He can do anything you give him and has the best hair and beard combo I've ever seen in my life. On the wireless, Jacob Noderman. Great to have him back on the BTV side of things. You never know when you'll see him with a mic in his hands on the field either. Our video legend, Chris Sachi, saucing up our showman of the night package, our YouTube king, Zach Bro, and our Zappos and Cake Club queen, Melissa Beal, a.k.a. Melly Beans, also known as Melissa Beans Supreme. I just made up about 3 new nicknames for her, actually. Those are all variations on some classics. I digress. Our chat moderators, Colbite _ and Scott Thompson, you are incredible. The YouTube and K-Club chats were really, really fun tonight. And thank you so much, as per usual, to my color commentator and statistical savant, Josh Talevsky.
Biko Scala, I wouldn't even dream of replacing you in the booth with Paul the Duck. You are the man.
I really appreciate that. For Chad Reese, the coordinating producer of BTV and the straw that stirs the drink, we say thank you to Zach Brangelo, Kyle Lewis, and Drew Gillespie for all joining us in the broadcast booth. I am Biko Scala saying so long for now. For the executive producers of BTV, Jesse, Emily, and Carrie Cole, as well as Jared Orton, we all say see you later. We'll see you tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. pregame, 7 p.m. first pitch for the third and final battle between the Bananas and the MLB PAA. Party Animals win this one 6-0, and we'll see what happens against the former major leaguers on the morrow. And of course, we'll see you later!